Tom Taylor and Cian Tormey pit the Kents against Lex Luthor, who publicly denounces Superman's actions in seemingly killing one of the Gamorran heroes, but Lois Lane works against the billionaire to clear her son's name. Tom Taylor moves into the next portion of his Superman series with a 10th issue that does a lot of big things and sets up a lot of things for the future. First and foremost is the issue continuously hitting home the fact that no matter the storm Superman finds himself in, even if it's a literal storm, he continues to battle through it, helping those who maybe don't see him as a hero or friend, since that's what Superman does, he just helps out. This is all backed by a great bit for Lois in this issue with her confronting Lex, and I really liked how Taylor wrote her and Lex's back and forth, knowing they have a storied history, so there's a slight bit of roasting going on and they're very catty to each other, and I really like that. I thought it was really brilliant. The biggest thing this issue does is finally let Lois in on John and Jay's relationship, but being Lois is a star reporter and had the wool pulled over her eyes a couple of times by Clark, she's already put two and two together, leading to a really fantastic moment between mother and son that's given the time and page space it rightly deserves. Taylor also leaves us on a really cool cliffhanger, hinting that Jay might not be all he says he is, and maybe someone Superman shouldn't trust, so I'm looking forward to the next couple of issues exploring that idea and diving into the secrets of Jay Nakamura. Cian Tormey continues with the fantastic artwork for the series, delivering the book's signature look with its cinematic action, with Superman averting natural disasters, while also giving a really personal and big moment for John a warm, colourful and full-page spread. Superman Son of Kal-El issue 10 was a big issue that set up a lot of upcoming story points as well as paying off some of the long-standing ones since the series' inception, giving a very special moment in John's life the spotlight it rightly deserves. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Superman Son of Kal-El issue 10 heads to the Truth HQ where the group cover Lex Luthor's press conference, but Jay doesn't seem to care, knowing they report on the truth and all Lex spews is lies. At LexCorp, Lex addresses the people, knowing that he is afraid for them all. He knows many hold Superman in high regard, but John Kent is not his father and he is naive, inexperienced and ill-informed, and no doubt manipulated by older people with their own agendas, and it's clear the power is too much for the 17-year-old to deal with. Lex knows that Kent could step up and be an inspiration, but instead he sides with rioters against police, and the hero has even been arrested, with Lex watching him blunder into international issues with Gamorra, and because of it, he has invited the Gamorran heroes to Metropolis, but two died, stopping a monster that John chose to protect instead of the people of the city. He demands to know who John answers to and what rules apply to him, especially now since he seemingly murdered another hero. John meanwhile finds everywhere he goes across the world, all anyone is talking about is Superman being a killer. He knows that it's not the only thing happening in the world since a storm suddenly has developed in the Atlantic, something he knows is called a weather bomb, which hits Ireland, sending huge waves crashing into the city and flooding the River Liffey and toppling the spire of Dublin onto the museum. Superman responds to the fallen spire, which has trapped people in the building. He cuts his way into the building and a man tells his daughter to get behind him as they see the Superman. John assures them that it's okay, but the man knows exactly what the hero is supposed to be. Superman tells him that none of what has been said is true and he's only there to help, quickly destroying some fallen rubble, grabbing the spire as it falls, preventing it from crushing the people. He tells the man he understands he's just being protective of his daughter, telling them to leave as the girl says that she believes in Superman. In Bloodhaven, Barbara gets a hold of Superman, patching in Nightwing, who asks what Superman is up to. Superman tells him he's carrying a 390-foot steel spike, thinking it probably looks like he's getting ready to joust a giant. Dick asks how he's doing, so John tells him that he tried to save some people who were more scared of him than being crushed to death. Dick thinks that every hero has been wrongly publicly accused of murder at some point, and it's like a rite of passage. John knows all about Lex's speech, but Dick thinks that he should probably actually watch it since he's going to want to see what's happening next, as Lex continues to tell the public that it is time for Superman to leave Metropolis. Wondering how they can trust the motivations of the son of an alien. Before he can finish, Lois Lois asks what else John is the son of. Mercy tells her to stand back, but Lex welcomes Lois up, thinking Superman has sent his mother to defend him. Lois tells the people that John is where people need him the most, and he has far more important things to do than acknowledge the lies of a small man. Lois says that John said he saw a device in the Gamorran Hero's head that blew up, and Wink and Chaos Kitten know they need to talk with Jay after this conference since a government agency once put bombs in their head. Lex wonders if anyone saw this so-called device, and Lois knows that Nightwing was there and has gone on record about it. Lex asks if they are meant to believe the word of a masked vigilante who terrorizes the police of Bloodhaven, but Lois decides to rely on Lex's own word, showing that she has brought Wonder Woman's lasso of truth, offering it up to Lex to speak his truth through. The Truth love the idea of Lois with the lasso, as they are told by Jay that Lois is now actually working for them. Lois tells Lex that if he has nothing to hide, then he should feel comfortable to answer questions in front of the world with the lasso. She asks him to reach out and tell her if President Bendix is trying to frame her son, but Lex refuses to partake in this silly stunt, leaving as Lois takes the stage, telling the people that she'll answer any of their questions. One of the Gamorreans grab her, telling her that she has overstepped, but Lois knows that was a bad idea as Superman appears in an instant, telling the supposed heroes that if they want to try something, he will happily embarrass them in front of the cameras. Lois knows that they made their point, heading home with her son, where Jay asks if Lois is going to give the lasso back to Wonder Woman. Lois reveals though that it was just a bit of rope that she painted yellow, as Jay realizes she never actually called it the lasso of truth. Lex just assumed. He knows Lex is meant to be one of the smartest people on Earth, and Lois knows that did him no good today. As Lois leaves, Jay asks if John has told his mother about them yet, but he hasn't. Jay says that he saw him stop natural disasters and even face a Leviathan, but Superman seems very scared to talk to his mother. John knows that Jay was scared to talk to her as well, as the man offers to hold Superman's hand while John tells Lois. John calls his mother, and upon seeing her son holding Jay's hand, Lois calls him into the other room for a moment. John follows as Lois hugs him, telling him that she loves every single part of him. John asks if she knew, and Lois of course knew, knowing that she's pretty intuitive, but John says that she thought his father was two different people for a long while. Lois knows since then she's won a few Pulitzers, thinking that they should get back to Jay before it gets awkward. Jay wonders if she knew already, knowing of course she did, she's Lois Lane. Suddenly Batman appears in the apartment, and Lois knows he's not supposed to show up like that. Batman apologizes, but he couldn't risk being seen. John asks how he even got past his senses since he didn't hear or see him, and Lois knows it's because he's Batman, something John knows is in no way a satisfactory answer. Batman says that the Gamorran ambassador refused to speak to him since Bendix scares him more than the Batman does, and what happened today with Luthor, the Justice League cannot promise Lois's safety any longer. Lois figured as much as John learns that his mother and grandparents are being taken to a Justice League safe house. He wonders why, so Lois reminds him that he angered a corrupt, powerful, and violent head of a state, and then she embarrassed Lex Luthor, and the one thing Lex hates more than Superman is being publicly humiliated. Batman knows that if Lex and Bendix are indeed working together, then they will come for them and try and silence Lois. He gives the woman a card and tells her to meet him at that location on it, and it only needs to be John and Lois. John knows that Jay can come with them as well, but Batman is adamant it only be the Kents. Jay knows it's okay, knowing that John will have to come see him, and he'll see John at work anyway. Superman and Lois soon head to the Batplane, not knowing where they are going, as John knows that Jay could have come with them, knowing Batman doesn't know much about him, but Bruce reveals he actually does, knowing where he comes from and who he's working for, telling Jonathan that he cannot trust Jay Nakamura.